There he is, joining us on the show, Zach Collaros. Zach, I don't know. Everyone was all worried that I was bringing you on the show, and I'm like, seems like a pretty good dude. Thanks for making some time today.
Oh, I appreciate it. I wish I could be a bit more controversial to really, make it worth everybody's while. But
Week 0, Zach, Texas, Ohio State. Who do you like?
Ooh.
Let's get to the real meat of the matter here.
That's gonna be a tough one. I mean, if the Archie Manning is it Archie, if that hype train is real, I don't know. Is it at Ohio Stadium?
Mm-hmm. It's in Ohio State. Yeah,
it's hard to go against the Buckeyes at Ohio State. I mean, they got a $20 million salary cap. I know Texas does too, so that should be a fun one, right? 1 and 2, but. Yeah, you got at the shoe. You got to go Buckeyes, I think.
There's the Ohio guy, just always going to go with, At
the shoe, man. Come on.
Sure.
Right after a national championship, Ryan Day's going to have them boys ready to go.
And ready to rock.
This might be annoying, but in the last 24 hours, how many questions have you had about the engagement yesterday? My daughter is like, oh my God, you're going to talk to him, the roommate. Pretty good odds that you're going to be going to the wedding. What are the odds if we were betting on this that you'd be standing up in that wedding, though?
Oh, I don't know about any of that. Who knows? Who knows? But we've heard. It was funny yesterday because I didn't know either. Darren Cameron walks up to me. He's like, "You're probably gonna get some questions asked you about this today," and I didn't. And again, we're in an atmosphere here. It was funny. I was talking to some of my friends on the way in this morning, who are in fields as well that don't really care about that relationship.
Right.
So it was like, yeah, I didn't have many questions, but it was funny because my wife was like, "Did you know?" And like in a group chat with some other people, and I was like, yeah, I had to sign an NDA, so I couldn't tell you. And then immediately outside of the group chat, she was like, "Are you serious right now?" I'm like, no, I didn't.
So what do you get Travis for his wedding? Like the dude who's got all these endorsements and all this cake. Like, what do you even get him, Zach?
Oh shoot, probably a Colt 45
for old time's sake,
chicken,
right?
For old time's sake, and bring back I don't even know what it was at the time, PlayStation 2, play some NBA 2K or something like that.
Sure,
that's it. Yeah, maybe go play some euchre in the basement. I don't know, just something like that.
Sounds like a pretty good bachelor party, actually.
Yeah,
all the Colt 45s.
I was expecting Madden though,
right?
NBA.
No, NBA 2K was our game. That or FIFA. Missed a lot of class in college playing FIFA.
Sure. So it was PlayStation, not N6. I was N64 in my era.
I never owned a game system. I always just would play whatever was there. Yeah, but we had 7 people living in a house, so we had at least 5 of them in there. I was the guy who was unplugging the wireless connection when they were all playing like Modern Warfare, whatever that game is, and pissing everybody off. That was me. That was me. Yeah, the chase around the house. Yeah.
Bleep happens.
Undefeated in the Labor Day game is how we understand it for Zach Clay. Is it better? Is it better playing?
No, I think we lost. I think right.
So that's what Curtis was talking about, and I was like, I don't know.
We lost. Jake Dogala was playing quarterback. Shout out to my man Jake. He was here last year.
Okay,
wow.
Yeah.
I want to say it was 2023, right?
Sounds about right.
Is it?
Yeah, it was a disappointing loss for sure.
But I gotta think for you a little bit better coming and playing in the game as a visitor just to kind of stick it to us.
Oh no, I mean I just think playing on the road and anytime you can get a win on the road is special. Anyways, it's just hard to win this league. It's Labor Day. Even if it wasn't Labor Day, I mean, I don't know how special of a weekend this is here in this country and especially in the CFL. But just playing in Regina in general, like those fans bring it like every single time. Whether it was when I was playing for Hamilton, I can remember being here early on in my career. Like I think when the new stadium first opened, and that was just an electric atmosphere. And then obviously, both sides get super hyped up for a Winnipeg and Saskatchewan matchup. So they're gonna bring it. And again, when you went on the road, it's super sweet. So what's the word I'm looking for? If I was to tell you the truth, in 2019 when I was traded, that was really sweet winning that game in the West Final. Like personally for me, if I had a lie detector on and tried to lie to you about that, it would be tough. But outside of that, I really love coming back to the city. Even the Grey Cup that we played there, and unfortunately lost that game. just being there. And again, I wasn't even practicing with my ankle situation, but like the team would be at practice, and then I would just kind of be in the pool or walking around, the downtown area, and just seeing all the people, because I live downtown too, seeing like just old familiar faces, going to the Italian Star Deli, going into the Diplomat, going to Memories, golf, like poking my head in here, saying hello to people was awesome. It just really, it's always really cool for me, again, because I have a history there. I was there not that long, but again, I liked being out and about in the city and saying hello, and people are so friendly there. So it's always really cool.
Somebody's not paying for Steak Diane this weekend at the Diplomat.
I was going to say, is Zach already auditioning for life after football? The CEO of Tourism Regina.
I'm taking the boys to Memories. I already called Thomas. I called Thomas at Memories. I got a bunch of us going there. I probably shouldn't say this. Please don't pester us while we're there, please.
There you go. So you mentioned 2019, Zach. Like, obviously the Grey Cup wins are the Grey Cup wins, but what are some, like, you've played so many games in so many different cities for a bunch of teams. What are some other, like, really memorable games that all these years later that may still stick with you?
Yeah, I mean, outside of playoff games and Labor Day games, to reiterate the point that I just made and to kind of add on to that, anytime you were moved on from a team, those ones are the sweetest.
Okay.
And like going back to, my days in Toronto, super early on in my career, didn't know, what was the boundary, what was the field, like all that stuff. But I can remember, like, they kept Ricky, which they should have. I would have too. And they're, and Scott and Jim Barker did me a solid, and they're like, hey, we're going to release you so you can, like, have your choice of where you want to go, because the draft was that year, right? And again, they did me a solid, but I swear to God, for like 3 years, every time we played the Argos, it was like personal. Like personal. So that, and then obviously, and just anytime you get moved on, I don't think I got to play Hamilton that often. After I was moved on from there and play in Saskatchewan, I had, some injury issues that are well documented. But even like since I've been here in Sask, being able to, go back and beat Hamilton and beat, be here in Winnipeg, go back and, beat Hamilton and beat Sask. And those are memorable ones for sure. But again, it's like, that's human nature.
That's the competitor. That's the competitor.
And you beat Hamilton in a Grey Cup. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
It's okay. You can say it.
Full disclosure. Yeah. Once football's done, we can really have a good talk about that.
Season's had some up and downs for you guys with injuries, like all the CFL teams for the most part. Where are the Bombers offensively from your lens?
I think we're getting better. Like you said, everybody deals with injuries. I think even Saskatchewan's dealt with a bunch, and they've done a really good job. Especially at that receiver spot. Just mixing guys in and out of there. That's a shout out to the staff out there, Mueller and Marquay and Trevor. I know gets those guys ready to go. We've had our troubles too from an injury standpoint, and guys have been shuffled around. But I think we're getting better. I said this earlier in the week to the media. I think we're getting better, trending in the right direction. Labor Day, from when I was back in, 2012, 2013, this was kind of like the halfway point. So, everybody always said, and the season doesn't really start until now. But, we got to get moving. I think, we are in the right direction. We got to continue to build on that. Right. And I think we have the right guys to do it. And hopefully, toward the end of the season, we get healthy at the right time.
Zach, you just turned 37. Who knows how many more of these are left for you? You're signed through the end of next year. Well, what at this stage of your career, like what matters most to you? What motivates you? Like as a quarterback, as a leader of a locker room, as a dude who's won some rings, what motivates you most at this stage when you're staring down the barrel of age 40 as a starting quarterback in professional football?
I mean, it's always winning, always. That's the biggest motivating thing for sure. But, outside of that, I think, doing this for as long as I've been able to do, which I'm really, fortunate for, the relationships, whether it's with, old friends in the locker room or new guys that we bring in, just making sure that I can be that person to help bring them along in understanding the offense, understanding, what we want the culture to be in the locker room. Selfishly, if their time in Winnipeg's ever brought up, like, Zach, the quarterback there, he really brought me along and was a great teammate. I'd rather be remembered for stuff like that as opposed to throwing 4 touchdowns, like all that kind of stuff, right? It's like, just continue to try to be the best teammate I can be, leader, however you want to, coin that term. Just be that person who guys can can learn from, because this is a great game. I owe a lot of, what my life is like right now because of the CFL in this game. And I just want everybody to know how special it is. So just to continue to help bring guys along.
Drew Brown talked about that, Zach, when he was the number 3 guy in Winnipeg, just how much you kind of helped him. And now obviously he's over there in Ottawa and they're going through it. Do you still stay in touch with former teammates, especially dudes getting the keys to the franchise for the first time as a quarterback? Offer any advice or kind of pick-me-ups or anything like that?
I talk to Drew every day.
You do, huh?
And really, whether it's a pick-me-up or sharing an idea or, hey, what do you think about this team when you played them? Him and I have a great relationship, and I would credit him more than even myself. I kind of give all the guys who are brought in competing for the second, third, fourth, I kind of give them the same spiel every year. Like, this is the way that I do things. You can sit beside me every single day. This is what time I'm going to start, and I can teach you whatever you want to be, but I'm not going to chase you, kind of thing. And Drew, from day one, and it was during COVID, during the Zoom things, he was texting me, trying to get on Zooms, and then obviously when we were able to get together, was always right next to me in the building, and just like a sponge. So not surprised at the success that he's had. I know obviously they've lost some close ones, and he's had a few injuries this season. But I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think he's going to be a special player in this league, and really it's just because of his mentality and his love for this game. And again, he was really an easy guy to bring along.
Back to kind of what Arash was talking about earlier, do you ever talk to your wife, how many more years, how long do you want to play, things like that? Because you look, Damon Allen won MOP at 42.
Yeah.
Burris won a jug at 41. You still got quite a few years from that in a lot of respect. And, 36, 37 isn't our dad's 36 and 37, right? Like, guys are playing longer and all that. Do you kind of...
I don't know if you can you see the grays on the screen? Right
Yes, we can, Zach. Yes, we can.
We talk about it. We talk about it more so for like, what are we going to do afterward?
Mm-hmm.
But we've had those talks for the last, it feels like 5-6 years. Again, if you go back to 19, I wasn't really sure if I was going to continue playing. It just kind of worked out that way. Not even from a health standpoint, just from a, am I going to have a job standpoint? It's always in the back of our head, and we talk about it. It's hard to talk about sometimes just because of the uncertainty that the pro sports can bring, especially in the back of my head, not to make it about myself here, but it's like, be starting a new job at 37, 38, whatever that is. Like, that's scary to think about in and of itself, right? So that aspect of it is I think more so what we focus on and kind of stress about. I still feel good. I feel like I can play. I love the game, but we just take it a day at a time. So,
what's it like facing Willie Jefferson in practice? That's got to be fun.
A pain in the butt, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can cuss on here, so a pain in the butt. I mean, just like every day, just put your hands down, man. Let us get some work in,
And he doesn't shut up, Zach. That's the other thing.
That's the other thing.
Man, Willie, when I first met Willie, I played against him a bunch, obviously, over the years, but then we were teammates in Sask, and I didn't really know what to think about him, and he was a little more quiet when we were in Sask, on the field was still himself, but more quiet in the locker room. But I can't tell you, like, the leader that he's become and that who he is for the organization and for our team. Just a special, special dude. Every day, the guy who's in front of the team, if it's a pep talk, just like something that needs to be communicated, it's Willie Jefferson, like every single day. And I've been in those roles before, and it's tiring, so it is. I mean, if you have to be that rah-rah guy, every person, or the guy who's always speaking, it's not easy. He does it every single day. Obviously, he's a great dad, great husband. My kids love Uncle Willie, man. Just love seeing him. He's like the chocolate milk guy, bringing all the kids in the locker room, handing out chocolate milk. So he's just a special, special guy. Obviously, he's a special talent, but I think if more people would and I'm sure everybody loves him. I'm sure everybody does because he's just such a magnetic personality on TV. But he's just a special dude. It really is.
I think I know what you mean when you say it can get tiring being the rah-rah guy. But in what ways is it?
It's why I think, being a head coach is even underrated. Like, you always have to deliver a message, every single day. Obviously, you don't have to do that from a rah-rah standpoint. As the head coach, you can be, you can carry yourself in the way you want. But, like,
Sure.
There's just times, and you've been around football enough, like every single day you're breaking down a huddle, like whether it's after stretch, whether it's after practice, if the room needs to pick me up, if 9 a.m. meeting, somebody's late, like whatever it is, like Willie's just that guy for us. And again, like I think for myself, I'm a little more reserved, and as a quarterback, I got 7,000 other things kind of going through my head day to day. Like Willie is that guy for us, and like Biggie when he was here was that guy for us too. So I don't know. I don't even know what I was trying to get at with that, but he's just a special guy in the locker room, and I think he takes a lot off of my shoulders for sure, from the standpoint of just always having to be the person to deliver a message.
What's something the casual fan doesn't know about Mike O'Shea?
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to put O'Shea's business out there like that. I don't really know.
So let's put your business out there.
O'Shea's a great dude. It's a true story. So I'm sure a lot of people have heard that.
So let's put your business out there, because you're willing to do this on your 37th birthday, August 27th. Happy birthday,
I know,
Mr.
and
Collaros.
I got like an hour left. I got to work. I got to get home. I know the kids may be the cake or something.
Yeah, what's going on tonight?
My wife made spanakopita today. I'm fired up. But
there we go.
Left, so let's go. Yeah.
Okay, so that's on the agenda, huh?
Yeah. For the night, yeah.
Right. It's not PS2. It's not cold.
My mom's in town though.
Okay.
No, not anymore. My mom's in town though. So bedtime tonight, I can actually get my work done and like sit on the couch for like 40 minutes. It's gonna be nice because my mom's gonna be doing bedtime with the girls, so it should be all right.
What's the favorite Greek dish then?
Spanakopita, 100%.
Yeah, right on.
Pasticcio too, but we're wearing white this week, so I can't eat too much pasticcio.
You did the advanced plan. Like, see, that's part of being a quarterback.
Yeah.
You gotta have all the details down.
Zach, thanks so much for doing this. Sounds like you got a busy day. I really appreciate it. I know there's still a lot of fans of yours here in Regina. They'll be letting
I appreciate that.
They'll be letting you hear it on Sunday.
For sure. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. Every stadium you go in, that's how it should be. And they do it right out there for sure.
Yeah. Thanks, Zach. Continued success and health.
I appreciate it. Arash, man. Appreciate you having me on.
Good to see you, man. Happy birthday. All right.
Zach Collaros. You got a busy day.
Yeah.
Make some time for us.
Absolutely.
Today.
Very cool of him.